Welcome to episode 4 of the devlog. If this is your first time on the channel or you've not seen any of the previous devlogs, be sure to check out the playlist that's appearing in the top right now. So in the previous episode, I mentioned that I wanted to be able to allow a user to save their downtime items into their pinboard. And I achieved that last Friday, and I'll leave a link to the quick short that I did about quick wins and stuff in the description below, so feel free to check that out. Saving's done into the pinboard. The other thing I've looked at is reintegrating HealthKit. Core Motion's pedometer was fine initially, but after more research I found that I'm better off just using HealthKit. It just gives me better information for what I want to do long term. So now on the onboarding screen you'll see an option for steps covered or step count, flights climbed, calories, and also distance covered. So those are the 4 things you'll get in version 1 on the onboarding flow, and they're all optional. You don't have to turn them all on. You can just have one on. You can have none on if you want. It's not a necessity to have that on. It's just will give you a better user experience within activity and mood. So I've now reintegrated those options back into the mood report and the activity report. So now you'll get the options to see calories as well as the other 3 that you saw previously. So yeah, HealthKit's back in the app. The other thing I've worked on is the ability to delete stuff from your Downtime Pinboard. And also I've implemented a feature called Share or Me Share. Me Share is just the option to share what you're watching or listening to, your podcast, music, albums, etc. with your friends. So within Downtime, when you're reviewing your Downtime pins, you can hit the share button, it'll present a QR code, and then eventually once I've implemented the scan feature, you present the QR code to your friend or family member, and they can then scan it using their version of Me, and then it will automatically import it and give them the option to save it to their pinboard. That's how that feature is going to work, and that will be available in version 1. Also in the previous vlog I mentioned about procrastination, and I've done a video about how I'm managing procrastination. It's not part of the devlog playlist, it's just part of his own playlist on the channel, but I'll leave a link to that video as well in the description. So if you want to find out how I'm managing that, go check it out. It may help someone. Last week I also added a settings page, which is just temporary. It just allows the person to update their name or update their profile image or delete their profile image if they want to. So I want to try and work on the settings, so enabling notifications for certain things, just a little bit of information about the app and me, as in me the individual, probably privacy policy and all that sort of stuff. Restore purchases will be in there. Yeah, so it's just a basic settings page here, like vanilla looking settings page. So that's the plan for the upcoming week, to work on the share and the settings area. And hopefully once share's done, Downtime will be completely finished and polished feature. One other thing I want to look at as well is dynamic type. I've really focused on voiceover and kind of neglected the dynamic type. It works because it's Swift UI and it works out the box. However, there's some bits of the UI that are squashed and stuff like that. So I want to give an overhaul of just dynamic type and make sure it's working correctly. And then finally, one other thing I want to start looking at, and it probably won't get done within the next week, is unit tests. So at the moment there's very little unit test coverage in the app, but I want to increase that test coverage. If I want this app to scale, which would be the dream, I need to, it's not a case of wanting to, I need to increase unit test coverage. So over the coming weeks and months I'll just continue to work on unit tests on the sideline, and I'll probably never touch on it again, but I am going to be adding them as we go, and I have been adding them as I've gone, but I just need to increase that coverage really. That's all I've got time for this week, and I'll see you in the next one.